ABISAI stay fly to the sky. Abisai, aka Jordy Jams, aka Slim Dick Batty, aka back with another gameplay of Choices. Blaze of Light and Shadow 2, Book 2, Chapter 5, Into the Woods. We will never get It Lives in the Woods. It Lives series again. This still hurts my feelings. Anyway, while looking for the first rift, you find yourself in familiar territory where dangers still lurk around every corner. If you're new, welcome to the channel and to the Twitch live stream. I will be uploading this on YouTube, and I want to be able to get, like, look, I took a good little break because I have the right to do that, and I got about a way to go for sure, but I'm gonna get there. That's all that matters. Because I really, when I saw on the Instagram, I was like, wait up, hold up, wait a minute, wait the freaking minute. There's like some kind of monster that they're gonna be facing in the later chapters. So I was like, oh, I need to catch up. Really got to catch up. So without further ado, if you join the squad, join the Twitch, and we're gonna continue right on. Let's slide it all in. Not slide it on. Pause. You finally bedded down again after reuniting with Immatura and fighting off Vallex with your dreams are interrupted by a familiar voice. Erica, we have much to discuss. You're back! And you made progress. I see you have reassembled your party. Do you think they're ready for the challenges ahead? We saved the world once already, didn't we? You postponed its downfall, at the very least. You did surprisingly well against Vallex this evening. However, I'm afraid this was just the beginning of your challenges. There are still many dangers ahead. Many dangers, huh? More than sealing rifts and inviting Vallex? Well, at this point, we can handle that. That's it? No further questions? No demands for information? Did you want me to have some? I expected it. You can be stubborn. Hey, you barely know me. Yeah, that's not stubbornness, it's just having hope for the best, right? I know you far better than you think. Then you should know that I don't back down from a challenge. And when it's time to get to work, that's what I do. The first rift you must seal is in the Deadwood. It has been leaking light into the Shadow Realm ever since the Shadow Court first tore the barrier open. The elves did their best, but they failed to completely close the barrier when they banished the Dreadlord and his forces. Okay, do you know the exact location of the rift within the Deadwood? You can find it near a very deep, very clear lake that glows with concentrated magic. A glowing lake. You remember the night you spent camped on the shores with your party? An unpleasant wake-up call you got as the Drachnus Queen's prisoner. I have some complicated memories of that place, but I can find it easily enough. So once we get there, we just have to find the rift by the lake, and then you and I can seal it? The rift is in the lake, beneath it actually. At the bottom of the lake? Can't I just seal it on the surface? Like just, walk on the water and see the portal underneath, be like, oh, okay, there you go. Close it up. But no, we gotta see and go. Well, it's a good thing I like swimming. Though I'd rather be less life-threatening circumstances. Yes, well, take your pleasures where you can. That sounds ominous. Once you're at the bottom of the lake, you must open a portal and pass through the barrier. To the Shadow Realm? We're going back there? Sealing the rift between worlds is no simple task, Erica. It requires 2 realm walkers, one on each side of the rift, and it takes time. But if you're stuck here in the barrier, can't you reach both sides? Why don't I just stay in the light realm? As I said, the process is difficult and takes time, more time than you could possibly hold your breath for. Some of the first children of the light dwell on the other side. They may be able to help you overcome the water. And perhaps they could use your assistance as well. Okay, but the last time I made a portal by myself, I nearly cut my own foot off. That can be remedied. Close your eyes. You obey, and the Watcher's deep, measured voice fills your ears. The power to open portals and seal rifts lives within you now. In moments of fear and desperation, it is about what and need. But in time, with practice, you will make it about will, your will. Practice building pictures of where you want to go in your mind. See every detail, believe in that image, then make that image real. And how does sealing a rift work? It is the opposite. You must imagine the place you are. Imagine it as it should be. Imagine the rift close. See it in your mind and then make it real. You open your eyes, staring at the Watcher skeptically. Just make it real, huh? It will become easier in time. Someday you'll be able to traverse the realms with barely a thought. It sounds somehow both too easy and impossible at the same time, but his advice hasn't been wrong so far. Alright, so I swim to the bottom of the lake, cross over into the Shadow Realm, make some new friends, and imagine the tear between realms is sealed? Nothing to it. You must also stay on your guard. The longer you stay in one place, the more likely Valix and the Ash Empire will be able to find you. Is that because she put a tracker on me? She has my blood? I'm a realm walker? No, I'm afraid the reason is more sinister. I don't like the sound of that. They are using the blood they stole from you, or more than just experimenting with portals. They can use it to track you anywhere. Anywhere? As long as she has access to your blood, she can find you, and presumably, in the year they had you, she collected a good deal. So I've just got to close all the rifts before the murder princess finds me. And with that goal in mind, you should return to your rest. I will reach out to you again when you're ready to seal the rift. You open your mouth to reply, but the darkness sweeps over you, pulling you back into sleep. The following day, you set out for the Dreadwood, catching everyone on what the Watcher told you. Valix and the Ash Empress aren't going to stop, and if we close these rifts, then we can stop them. I know this will be dangerous, so I want to check one more time. You're all on board? Any threat to the light is a threat to existence itself, and as one made of the light, it is my duty to defend it. I suppose that makes it my duty too. I agree. The people they could hurt. We can't let them. You know how much I hate to agree with Tyrell. And yet you do more often than not these days. Don't let it go to your head, elf boy. But you're right. The mission isn't optional. Hard to believe you're the same man who wanted to save his own skin the moment he stumbled into the Shadow Course's plot. Mal meets your gaze, and for a moment, everything else fades away. You changed me. You showed me it was worth fighting to help people. Mal. So you're saying I made you a better man? Look, love is love regardless of what form it is. Love don't have to be romantic, but you know how the story goes. I don't know if I go that far. Nope, you said it. You can't take it back. You lean in close, grinning in Miles' face. Don't worry, it'll be our little secret. Mal leans closer, too, until you can feel the soft, tough touch of his breath on your cheek as he whispers. Don't forget, Kit. I still have plenty to teach you. He looks so intense. But you can't help but see the shadows under his eyes. He's exhausted. Mal, I'm glad you want to help, but promise you won't forget about yourself in the process. Are you getting any sleep? I'm fine, Erica. I'm no soft city prince or fancy elf. I can take a little rough living. I take offense at that. You can't expect to save the world if you're not rested. For real. But how can you? What if you cannot be rested if you have bad nightmares? What about bad nightmares? Maybe a good bit of gym can help too. Or some melatonin. Or a prayer. Erica is right. I told you that you're working too hard. You want to talk, priestess. You spend all day giving sermons, saving people with magic, and helping run with an orphanage. And rather than ask anyone for help when it gets too stressful, you run off and hide. It's just... She trails off as you look over at her. And though she lacks the shadows on under Miles's eyes, her forehead seems permanently creased with concern. Nia, you know you can always talk to us if something is bothering you. You don't have to deal with it alone. I'm fine, Erica, really. Nia smiles gently though the worry lingers between her brows. It's just the importance of the mission. We're talking about protecting the light. We cannot fail. It's only then you realize Immature hasn't said a word through this entire discussion. Not to poke fun at Tyrell, not to joke with Mal, not even to comfort Nia. Hey, are you with us, Immature? Excuse me now, I gotta drink some. I'm fine. But she doesn't seem fine. None of them do. You spin around to face the group. Guys, we have got to get it together. I know it was a hard year. You trail off as they all exchange glances. You don't, though. Not in the same way. You slept through it. I didn't sleep through it. Even if you might have think so, but it's like you got to understand from Erica's perspective. It's like she was not really asleep. She was trapped, contained in a place where she had to experience so much, lose like take like basically like you like using her like as a test subject while asleep. The rest of us has to live with, and not all of us have lived that well. Nia reaches out a hand to Imatura's arm, looking heartbroken. We were all doing the best we could. You hesitated and inclined your head. You're right. I don't know what you've been through this last year. And just I feel like it's everybody. We all should be able to like I feel like I will want an option where it's like we all understand each other. It's like we can't imagine how other people feel about taking certain things like to heart. And it's like but as long as we understand each other, like understand that Erica, even if you might seem that Erica been asleep, she had to deal being as a test subject, having her like basically knowing that she can be found, she can be found anywhere, and they still want to use her until they dispose of her. And then while everybody else had to deal with thinking that Erica was never gonna come back, and having to separate their ways, having to deal with so many different things, like growing up without their friend being in their lives. That's just like a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot for all of them. But I'm glad you're all here with me to face whatever comes next. We can accomplish this. It's just a matter of finding our balance again. You look around at each of your friends one more time before pushing forward, scanning the woods for signs of trouble. Hold up a second. I still gotta get used to, like, I'm doing so many different voices. I gotta get used to seeing here, like, not sounding like Mal, not sounding like everybody else. You glance back to find Mal standing by a plant, brow furrowed as he studies the leaves. When you draw closer, you see a crystalline sheen along the surface. Is that ice? I know fall is settling in, but it's way too hot for anything to be freezing. Let me have a look. You watch as Tyrell crashes down and runs a delicate finger along the leaf, tracing close to the frost. It must be caused by a magical disturbance nearby. We should seek it out and do our best to restore balance. Do we really have time for that right now? A disturbance like this can grow. It could extend all the way to the deadwood. Frozen and dead is a little much, even for me. What do you say, Kit? Want to go on a quick adventure? Save the neck of the woods before we save the world? Whatever is causing it clearly has quite the magical affinity. We may even be able to harness it for our own uses. But before that, I'm gonna get a snack and I'm gonna come right back to continue on. Break, restroom break. I'm back. Let's check it out. After telling the others to wait, you pick up the trail of frozen dew and follow it deeper into the woods. Just out of curiosity, is anyone else worried about what potentially dangerous magic we'll find at the end of this? Of course. But that only makes it more imperative that we investigate. Welcome, Red Frog. Better for us to discover it than some hapless travelers. I don't know. If I had to pick between me or a stranger getting turned into an ice sculpture, pretty sure I picked the stranger. So much for helping people. I'm kidding. Mostly. I think there's probably 3 people. Tyrell squints ahead into the distance where there's a break in the trees. We're getting close to the source. Probably him. Tyrell. Probably Mal too. You emerge from the woods into a snowy glen. Sunlight reflects off the drifted snow and ice glitters in the trees. Wow! This is beautiful! Beautiful, yes, but out of place. There must be some evidence that will point us to what's causing this. All we have to do is find it. Hard to do that when almost everything is buried under the snow. Maybe if we can find a high enough vantage point, we'll spot something. Or we could examine the snow itself. Dig into the snow, climb a tree. I think digging into snow, because everything's buried, so we gotta know what's under it. A soft layer of velvety snow blankets the ground. It's cold, seeping through your clothes as you kneel down to examine it. I am not dressed for this. Allow me. Tyrell places his hand on your shoulder and a wave of warmth ripples through your body, banishing the chill. There really is magic for everything. Maybe that's why I be seeing people outside and it be freaking 30 degrees outside and they wearing shorts. I'm just like, God damn. But you know it's cold. There's a lot of hot people in this series. All my friends are baddies in a good way. The light provides. You and Tyrell brush the snow away from the ground, digging through it to the dirt below, where your fingers catch a clump of thick roots, each of them covered in an icy sheen. I think this might lead us to our source. Following the direction of the roots, you trapeze through the snow until you come upon a strange rose bush. Where did this come from? And what is it? You study the bush. It's in full bloom. The flowers lush and vibrant despite the thick coating of ice. It's a frigid rose bush. They're native to the Frost Whisper Mountains. They can't survive outside cold climes. That's a different word I heard before. Climes. Instead of climate, climbs. My friend's grandpa go in shorts and t-shirts in our Norwegian winters while insisting he's not cold. Yeah, people are crazy at this point. Like I like some coldness. It just depends. It depends. Like you got, like I probably would be like, if I'm feeling hot, I'm gonna switch on to the air conditioner. If I'm feeling cold, I'm gonna switch back to the heat. Okay, like, but it's a different kind of climate outside. Like, I can't stay out for too long when it's like that. Like, you gotta have your gloves, have your good like boots on, have some long like warm pants on, and a good light jacket. I'll say one of like the jackets behind me, yeah, they get me warm. Yes, they're known to contribute to the cold by lowering the surrounding temperatures. Scarf too. Oh, and earmuffs. Earmuffs. Don't forget the earmuffs. But how did it get here? A seed must have been dropped here by a passing caravan, or even a bird overhead. I'll have to burn it out. Why? Because it doesn't belong here. Just because it doesn't belong here doesn't mean it's not meant to be here. It's not like it's hurting anything. It's a small, well-contained area. I say we leave it be. What happened to saving this neck of the woods? I was expecting something would prowl the forest. A beast. Or a wizard. Or a beastly wizard. Okay, good descriptions. But it's just a plant. Delicate. Wooden. Boring. Surely you can relate, elf boy. You are not amusing. Erica, please. Surely you understand the danger. It might be beneficial. It doesn't look like the trees around here are too bothered by the cold. They might even like it. But do the frigid rose bushes freezing effects grow in range? Not to my knowledge. Then why not leave it be? It's not as if it's displacing an entire forest. See? Live and let live, elf boy. I'm afraid I must insist. Tyrell stretches out his hand as a ball of fire begins to materialize in his palm. You hear growling from a nearby stand of trees. What's that? Before you can finish your sentence, a pack of ice-covered wolves emerges from the trees, teeth bared and misty hackles raised. Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh no! And you know how if you in I don't know if you got wolves in from what you said from Norwegian? From the Norwegian? Norwegian? It's Norwegian, right? I don't want to be like Norwegian, but it's Norwegian. Y'all got wolves there, right? When it gets to 0 Fahrenheit, I gave up writing that. When it gets to 0, you gotta have a scarf to protect the nose because your nose hairs will freeze. It sucks. Damn, not the nose hairs. I never had that before. I know I had my hands been frozen. That is a terrible feeling. That is a terrible feeling because it's like, I remember when I first got it, I didn't know that you were supposed. Thank you for saying that. I didn't know you were supposed to not use hot water to unfreeze your hands, and it was like my hands were on fire and throbbing while it was still frozen. But yeah, that was my experience. Well, I was trying to go with the wolf scenario. You know, wolves are big. They are huge. Like when I saw a video of a wolf compared to a human, like goddamn. Yeah, that's why you can if you see a wolf, you better hide or something. You better hide. The animals have icy horns and a row of frozen spines lining their backs. Crystal wolves? But that doesn't make sense. They're native to the far north. How do you know about them then? Their pelts are pretty valuable in less reputable markets. Oh, what you trying to tell me, Mal? Well, he real mad about that. He said you removed my family's furs. Oh, I'm gonna get your ass now. Maybe don't say that so loud. These wolves must have escaped from a poacher's caravan and found this place. Good thing too, since they can survive in warm weather. You say they scared. Well, we'll talk about when they hungry. Cause this wolf don't. The largest wolf bends low to the ground, eyes trained on Tyrell. Tyrell, fire isn't helping. Fire is the opposite of helping. What do you propose we do? I don't know, but I think not being eaten by crystal wolves would be a good start. That's a truly valid point. He snuffs out the magical fire, then holds both hands up, palms out, to show the lack of threat. The wolves eye him warily, but the growling fades. Then you pray. Not then you pray. Not then you pray. There, much better. You watch as the wolves begin to calm down. Some sniff the air, while others watch you as they mill about, keeping their distance. Can we bring them home? Not bring them home. Not bring them home. Unless you got like an ice box in your house. Make this place safer for them. They clearly made this place their new home, but what if poachers find them? Is there anything we can do to keep them hidden? I wouldn't worry too much about that. With the magic from the rose bush keeping them cool, you have a hard time subduing a whole pack, right? While I prefer to return this place to its original state, the harm would ultimately outweigh the good. See, Kit, he can be reasoned with. I am very reasonable. I only wish to take the whole environment into account. But since these creatures have found a means of coexisting, it is not my place to interfere in the order of the light. Okay. You kneel and address the wolves. Said, I don't believe in no God, but if I meet a hungry wolf, I'm gonna start believing in something ASAP. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I mean, I believe in God, but I just cannot. Don't judge the dog. Does that sound all right to you? The wolves huff and snort, as though in an agreement, before lopping a bit further away from you to lie down in the snow. One of the younger pups edges closer, studying you with over curiosity. Oh my gosh, not the puppies, not the wolf pups. Baby, I might take a wolf pup home. I see them right now. Instead of them having big ass long ass horns like the grown-up ones, they have those like little tiny spikes on their heads, and they had a little just little tiny spikes and spines just going down their fur. Like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. I'm seeing it right now. Hey, little one. You hold out a hand and it stretches out his neck to sniff you. Bitch, you better see, not the well, that's the more like, that's the preteen version. That's the preteen version. I was talking about an actual puppy. Like they just like out the nest. But it's still cute though. Not you dropping down and dying. I cannot. Hey, Mal. You wave him over as you saddle up to the wolf. Be careful, Kit. When am I not? Well, there was that one time. Hush. I can see you right now. I'm still laughing at what you said. Like, I'm just imagining you just dropping down off the tree and said, go ahead and eat me. like that's awful. Slowly you approach the wolf. Okay. Now they got me with that one. It's okay. We mean you no harm. You reach out slowly to touch the fur on the back of the wolf's neck. Wolf's neck. It swirls around your fingertips, and you gasp. It doesn't just look like Misk. It feels like it too. Amazing. Mal follows suit, smiling softly as he strokes the wolf's fur. He really is a cute little fella, isn't he? He's adorable. Because I can't say Mal is cute. Mal fine. Mal's fine. He ain't cute. I don't want somebody to say, like, tell me I'm cute. Tell me I'm cute. Nah, I'm gorgeous at this point. It's the circle of life, man. Who am I to say no to nature? Not. Circle of life. Look, I'm a part of nature at this point, so I guess the circle of life for me is like I just have to sit here. I have to repeat certain shit. Who's a good wolfie? I'm done. I'm glad they were able to escape the captors and find this place. Me too. Makes me think about that video I saw while I was scrolling on my Twitter timeline. And the little girl was, I think it was a girl. Yeah, I know it was a girl, but I was talking about, I don't know if she was a, I think she was a child who was speaking about how this giraffe lost her mother. And the minute she said like the giraffe mother rejected the baby giraffe, the giraffe turned to her like, why are you telling her, looking like, why are you telling all my business like that? The largest wolf barks as it gets to his feet, followed by a few of the others, and the young wolf bounds back over to them, kicking up snow. That's awesome. Bye, little one. The wolves stop at the edge of a thicket and turn, staring at you with something that almost feels like approval. Then they disappear into the forest. Oh, okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe now, see, now, if the animals if they not hungry and if they are just only scared and nervous and stuff like that, and they just like give me a like Alien versus Predator, and how the Predator sit here was like, oh, I respect you. I respect the the person who survived. If you've seen the movie, the last person who survived, and she was fighting for her life with the aliens. That's what I'm doing with that gameplay. It was like, here goes your stamp of approval. Here goes your staff. They was like, we appreciate you help doing the service for the planet, like that kind of thing. Yeah. Now that we saw the mystery of the frost, we should get back to the others. Just a moment. Tyrell plucks one of the frozen roses from the bush and holds it out to you. Take it. Okay. If you eat the petals from the rose of a frigid rose bush, your breath will freeze whatever it comes into contact with. How long would that last, though? Because, bitch, I don't want to be like... What if I'm sitting here? What if I'm doing some extracurricular activities and bitch, I'm not trying to freeze nobody's dicks off. Like, what the fuck is this? I took it there. I took it to the most adult X-rated level. I didn't even think about kids. I was just like, what if your dick gonna be froze off? That's gonna be beneficial for both parties. Like, that's a handy trick. I wouldn't recommend it as a snack, but it could prove useful in a fight. Okay. You pocket the rose, and the three of you make your way back toward the trail and the rest of your party. Not lick it like a popsicle. Be more like sucking like a popsicle. Like, I'm done. Stop. We not gonna say no more. You finally reach the deadwood itself, just as the sun sets, making the trees cast eerie shadows as you press on inside. Everyone keep your guard up. I do not want to run into any Drachna this time. I say she got great shoulders too. Immature. I don't know. Maybe a good old-fashioned monster fight is just what we need to get back in our groove. Okay, Stella got her groove back. Oh, thanks. Now you cursed us. Curse us to what? A good time? To monsters. That's what I said! You keep your eyes peeled, but nothing leaps out of the shadows to attack. The woods lay still and ominous all around you. Maybe we won't get attacked this time? Okay. The trees all around you shift and creak. Even though there's no wind, you cast a weary glance around. I always hope to support your optimism, Nia, but I'ma listen carefully. That's what I be. That's how I be. That's how I be when I do the Alien Isolation. I be like, you missed the gameplay for last one. I made it past mission 5 and 6. I made it past the alien part. So I'm like now on the part where we had to like after explosion. So I gotta sit here and take another way to get to what's her name and what's his face? I can't remember their names right now. Using your heightened elf senses, you listen for. I was talking about Alien Isolation. You missed. I had did another live stream of it. I got past those the missions. Was it you that I said? Yeah. You listen for any sign of movement. There's the soft beat of wings, then the creak of a branch, and you look up just in time to see a bat-like creature barreling towards you. What the fuck is that? Shit. I know that ain't Batman. Something's coming, and it's got wings! Flesh drinkers! The massive monster swoops down, its feet outstretched. But I think that first time was at like 1 a.m. or something. I'm trying to fix my sleep. Understandable. Because that's why I feel you on that. Because I've been trying to get sleep lately my days. So that's what I try to do. I try to do this more during the day. The sound was from maybe that's like a free sound, you know, one of those copyright free sounds that anybody can use. Ah! I make my own sounds though. Immatura leaps directly into the path of your eyeless attacker. Her axe makes contact easily through the body, sending it flying into the trees in 2 parts. Thanks. I appreciate that. What did I say? You cursed us. And I said it would be a good time. Focus. A screeching cloud of flesh drinkers descend out of the trees, and everyone leaps into action. Erica, look out! You spin in time to see a pair of flesh drinkers narrowly escape Miles's daggers and dive at your face. Use my weapon. That shit. When you said hurrah, I shed a tear. Not shed a tear. Oh, no, you don't. Grandma, pretend this is the weapon. Dip a hand into your pocket and come up with 2 glass vials. You pop the tops off and pour one into the other. Oh, shit. Not the... Wrong. I'm just gonna act like I'm doing something. Pour some shit. Pour one into the other. What is that? That was a brush. It's one of those updated brushes where I can able to get the hair off easily and throw it away. Instead of having to pluck it through, all you gotta do is just slide it right off. That's it. Yeah, hair products have been updated. I'm glad about that. You really don't want to know. The glass is already warmed up in your hand. You toss it up toward the flesh drinkers and then grab Mal, yank him out of the way as the concoction explodes. Both creatures spiral to the ground on bent wings, landing with a thud not far away. I got it. With a flourish, he dives down and swiftly dispatches both beasts with 2 precise stabs of his daggers. You do your best to track the motion of the winged creatures, but there's too many of them. You take a step backward and find yourself back to back with Tyrell. I just used my older sisters and haven't cleaned it once. Not cleaned it once. I can't judge you at this point. Sometimes it be... Well, look, I sometimes have trouble sitting here and cleaning my makeup brushes. It's like I gotta clean them up. I gotta care about my skin. There must be some way to stop these guys that doesn't involve fighting them all one by one. What do they do, Tyrell? Fly and kill. Yeah, I got that already. What else? I'm not an expert. They must use echolocation. I mean, keeping a close eye on one of the creatures. You know that how it lets out a screech each time it pivots in the air. That's what bats do, right? I'm not an expert on bats either. Trust me, this will work. What will work? Make enough noise to confuse them. I should sing a drinking song. If one thing I know, a good song. I once loved a lass who called White Tower home. Are you singing? So I brought her some meat and I brought her an ale. I brought 2 her rubies and diamonds so pale. But even as you see, the flesh drinkers continue to dive at you, fangs and claws extended. I mean, I thought it would work. If you're an anime person, I know Blood Plus. I mean, they were bats. They were chiropteran bats, but they were singing. The queens were singing like it was nothing. At least one of them was singing. The other one know how to like play like musical instruments. But I think she had the potential to sing too, if you know the show. I guess they don't like music. They more into country, I think. They more into country. Yeah, it's an anime, so it's a good anime, like from start to finish. I'm not even gonna cap. It's like one of those animes. It's like it's in the stable of Inuyasha, Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, all that kind of stuff. Let's try this in a country bed. I don't know. Tyrell claps his hands together. The very air seems to shake. amplifying the sound with magic as it echoes through the wood. You should be able to watch it online. All you gotta do is I'll just leave the. I'll type it in the show. Because at first they had a movie, but it's not the same. The movie is not the same as the show, and then they had another one, but that other show is not the same as this main show. The main show I'm saying. So yeah, you know how they do all these remakes or redos, and it's like nothing. It will never be like the original. So let me see. Two flesh drinkers clash in midair and fall to the ground, where Nia blasts them with light. Keep it up! Wait, I got something even better. The statue of many faces? That's perfect! He pulls the statue from his pocket and smashes it on the ground. What'd that do? What is that? A distraction. Sure enough, the flesh drinkers wheel frantically in the sky, clearly disoriented by the terrible shrieking. Let's finish this. As horrifying as the flesh drinkers are, for a moment you feel like everything is right with the world. Everyone falls into place, fighting as if the past year never happened. Tyrell breathes a path of elegant destruction around you, his sword alight with magic, Mal taking out the stragglers he leaves behind. On your right, Tyrell! I see it! By the light! Nia summons blasts of magic that stun the beast, makes them easy prey for Immaturus' axes. Why won't you die already? Immatura lets out one earth-shaking roar, and the last flesh drinker crashes to earth. You all stand for a moment, dragging in deep breaths. Suddenly, Immatura laughs. Damn, that felt good. Honestly, it was a pretty good time. I believe we're beginning to find our balance again after all. It just took a couple of tries. I knew we could do it. I hope the watcher saw that. Didn't you say he sees everything? Yeah, he sees everything. No, they're not gonna sing again. And I watched Metal Alchemist twice. I was so confused. Yeah, I mean, I used to catch. I haven't watched it I've seen episodes of it. I probably need to watch it like in one entire sequence. Cause I used to catch it when Adult Swim used to show it, on Cartoon Network. But I never watched the whole from the beginning. I just I didn't see the episode 1. I just saw it and oh, okay. I see it's about people using magic and somebody is trying to look for I don't know if they're trying to get their original bodies back or what. That's why I got lost at. He does, I think. But that doesn't mean he's always watching us. Let's find a lake and get this over with before we run into any more monsters. Not like it's the crack of TV channels. Not the crack of TV channels. That's how my mom felt. That's how my mom felt when she's like, you can't watch the Pokemon. Pokemon is evil. Can't watch the magical shows. I was still watching them anyway. I'll be waiting once here. If they come, if my mom will come upstairs or something, I instantly change that switch the channel. I'm not watching them. I remember one time I was really watching I was watching Adult Swim, like, because she used to say I can't watch Adult Swim either. So it's like when I was watching it and she came upstairs, I tried to switch the channel so hard that I made my whole the whole TV box fell off the ground and turned off the TV, shut it off. That was like, damn. Sometimes I wouldn't have to do all that if she would have been like, how watching the show is gonna make me turn to the dark side. Like, please. Please, like, no. Soon you arrive at the tranquil clearing with willowy trees framing the familiar sparkling lake. Just how I remember it. It's still so beautiful. If you can forget about the dangerous rift at the bottom of it. Rift or no rift, I'm just happy we're not spending the night here again. What? You didn't like waking up wrapped in a cocoon strung up for dinner? Hell no. I don't remember you liking it very much either. Y'all settle near the shores of the lake to catch your breath. You dip your fingers into the water and admire the sparkling lake that clings to them. It remains impressive, does it not? I hope whatever we have to do to seal the rift doesn't change this. Before he can reply, a splash comes from the river that feeds into the lake. All of you leap to your feet, hands go into weapons. If those Drachna are looking for a rematch, they'll be... All of you stare in surprise as a mermaid rises out of the lake, the water glistening like diamonds on her blue skin. I'll take the light. I found you. You were looking for us? Not for you specifically, just for anyone who might help me. When I heard voices, I swam as fast as I could. What do you need? A swamp gator has chased me out of my home. Oh no! That's terrible. Normally I would simply build another, but when I was fleeing it, her hands comes up to her throat, where an angry scratch mars her glittering skin. It caught me with its claws and ripped off my locket my mother made me. I'm not strong enough to fight it alone. But it's all I have left of her. I can't just leave it behind. I just acted stupid when my mom caught me watching stuff. I shouldn't how did this get here? Gee dang it, I'm just trying to watch My Little Pony. Damn. My Little Pony was good though. See, I never caught My Little Pony. I don't know. I see, but I did like the toys though. I'm not even gonna cap. I wanted the whole collection at this point. This sounds like a job from Immatura. Immatura rubs her chin as if considering, and finally that familiar light is back in her eyes. Wrestling a gator does sound pretty fun, especially if it means helping out a beautiful mermaid. Oh, Immatura, okay. Immature try to lock it in with the mermaid. Okay. Understandable. How about it, Erica? I mean, why not? Because even though you haven't seen this chapter, this series before, this is like the sequel, like the book 2, part 2. And with this in part 2, like my main character was basically like trapped in a shadow realm for about a good year, and her friends thought that she was dead basically. So it's like I want to be able to spend time with my crew. Oh, thank you so much. There's always time to help out someone in need. That's right. A friend in need is a friend in need. And I could never deprive Immaterial the chance to fight a swamp gator. Damn right! The mermaid leads the two of you through the woods along the shoreline. Fog hangs heavy over the river, and the bare trees bend overhead like grasping fingers. No, it's like you were studying abroad but just forgot to tell them all. I'm done. That's not the... If you... That's a different kind of analogy to look at it, but okay. Have you always lived in the Deadwood? It doesn't strike me as a very hospitable place for a mermaid. Goodness, no. I used to live far upriver near Undermount, but over the years, other creatures have taken over my homes, and I had to move downriver. Oh, that's disappointing. Bunch of bullies. A lot of them. Taking people's stuff. Isn't that the same as what pirates do? That's just things, Erica. Not people's homes. Pirates have standards. Oh, she said, don't compare me to these bullies, these hooligans. Now I want to just live in another country for a year and tell no one like they have my funeral, and all then just come back one day like, I'm back. Now if I had the chance to go to a different to a better a different realm, and it's like a bit like it's accepting of me, like I would probably might go ahead and go. I would leave something behind. They probably be like, damn, they just disappeared out of nowhere. And I come back and be like, hi y'all. It'd be like 9 years. They'd be like, hi y'all. I don't remember you. Who's this? My mistake. Are you pirates? Oh, I'm not, but Immaterial here isn't just any pirate. She's next in line to be Queen of Flotilla. No, hold on. I'll come back to my funeral. Like, that's going to be a plot twist. How you going to come back to your funeral? You know they sit here. If you go back to your funeral, they're going to be like... trying to take you into jail and shit. Like... They're going to be like, why you trying to run away, bitch? No. Why you trying to act like you was there, huh? And I'm like, what? I'll just kick them. Don't remind me. Does that mean you live on the sea? I know Taekwondo. As you should. What's it like? Have you never been? No, I have family who live there, but I never visited. I wonder. Do you think you could live there? Oh, I don't know. It would be such a drastic change. Change isn't bad, you know. Sometimes it's the only way to grow. And sometimes it's okay to stay the same for certain things, just for certain things. But it's okay to grow too. Because I feel like everybody wants you to sit here and like if you have trauma, if you've been through trauma, it's like people want you to come like already healed. It is like, I can't come healed. I can't be perfect like that. I can't come healed like that. I know I got my issues, but I know, at least I know enough that I know I will want to treat a person right. than how I was being treated before. I'll remember that. But for now, this is my home. The mouth of the river and the lake here has always been safe. Until now. The mermaid leads you to a beautiful portion of water where she pauses. There it is. You look closer and see that the shoreline is marred by the outline of a large alligator half buried in the mud. Okay. That thing is huge. Oh, this is gonna be good. I think I'll stay back here where it's safe, but please be careful. They do be expected too much. It's like, as long as like a person's treating me right, I think that should be enough. Especially if it's not, because I feel like a lot of people always be thinking like you can't desire like the things that you want in your life, but you don't want it to be with just anyone or anybody. Like if I say I will want to be taken care of, it's not in a sense like, oh, I want to be like you know, like just it's all about just getting some bags. Like I don't even feel that way. It's just about like, you know, just no, like just what I thought, just what I think. I don't think about like some rich shit. Like I would want to be able to make my own money too. That's what I be doing, right? I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't mind somebody like showing love in that kind of aspect, I guess you can say. Not saying like I need somebody to take care of me, but like show love in that aspect. Because I feel like some people think it's about like, oh, if you don't give me this thing, you're not doing nothing right. Like, no, it's like, I know what I'm trying to convey, but it's like I know in my heart I don't feel like there's people out here who expect too much when it comes to like if you're not making a certain like kind of thing, but you know that you're doing it, like you try to. I feel like I'm trying to get somewhere with this, but I don't want to seem like I'm being like some damn closed-minded motherfucker. But let me keep on continuing on. Immatura claps her hands together. Time to strategize. That beast is built for the water. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not about saying like, oh. Yeah, it's not saying like, yeah, like I need somebody to like you like I guess like how like I was like reading the other story where I was playing a different chapter where that girl was sitting here was basically a sugar baby, and I thought she was actually studying abroad, but when in reality she was just on a vacation, and she was here she's just upset that she got cut off by him, and all she cared about was some bags, some bracelets, and some jewelry. Talk about what I gonna do now? I don't got no money. Like, bitch, you should have been fucking damn getting that fucking damn degree, how? Like, bitch, like what you mean? Like, I would be appreciative that you doing this shit, but it's like you really thought he was gonna sit here and lock you down? You thought he was gonna sit here and get you a ring? You thought he was gonna sit here and marry you or some shit? Like, go somewhere with that mess. So we fight it on land. Exactly. Here's the plan. I'll distract it and draw its attacks while you hop on its back. I'm sorry, while I what on his what? She pulls a rope from her belt and begins to tie in intricate knots. Tying it in intricate knots. Fashioning one end into a loop. But I think if that's too hard, you can keep your feet on the ground. The important part is that you need to cinch his mouth shut. Okay, we're gonna try to do it. How in the sucking hells am I supposed to do that without being eaten? Nah, you picking up orcish swears. I'm so proud. Anyway, trust me, their jaw muscles are really weak. There's no way that's true. I'm not talking about their bite strength. That's massive. So don't get bitten. Yeah, got that part. The muscles that open their mouth. Alright. Happy running. The muscles that open their mouths, on the other hand, not so much. So if I can get this rope around his jaws, I can hold them shut while you find the mermaid's necklace. Exactly. But first we got to lure it out of the mud. I have an idea. I'll make sounds like prey, baby gators. You grab a stick and beat some weeds while making noises like a lapna in distress. Immatura joins in and the gator perks up, lazily lifting its massive head. As the beast lumbers onto the shore, Immatura hands you the rope, then draws her hand axes and nods firmly, an eager grin curving her lips. Let's do this. You and Immatura leap out of your hiding spot. The creature whips around to face you with a reptilian roar. Here it comes. It claws, dig into the mud as it charges for you. Immatura whistles sharply as she bounces a large rock off the creature's head. Over here, you overgrown lizard. It whips around to face her, massive tail lashing in your direction. You barely leap out of the way in time. That was close. Immatura whoops as she faints and twirls, the blades of her axes glancing harmlessly off the gator's thick hide. I've got its attention. Go, Erica! She darts behind the gator, and you take advantage of the creature's confusion to throw the rope around its snout. Oh no. It rears back, trying to shake free, and takes you along with it. The rope burns your hands as you try to hold on. Oh, hang on. Ignoring the pain in your hands, you manage to hang on the rope. When the gator's feet hit the ground again, you yank the rope with all your might, clenching it tight. Got it. Nice job, Erica. Thanks. As you wrestle to control the gator's head, you spot something wrapped around one sharp claw. It's right there. Can you reach it, Immatura? Leave it to me. Immatura grabs the creature's foot, muscles straightening as she lifts it just long enough to untangle the necklace. Okay, let it go. She scrambles back, and you release the rope. The gator growls menacingly, and you barely dodge its snapping jaws before it turns tail and retreats into the water. Well, that was one hell of our own making. That was hell of a good time, is what that was. She hands you the necklace, and you look down at it. It's a delicate piece of shell with the profile of a face carved into it. You understand why it's a family heirloom. You return to the river where you left the mermaid and wade into the shallows to pass the pendant over to her. She beams, tears filling her eyes. You did it! You really did it! How can I ever thank you? Trust me when I say the fight was its own reward. No, that absolutely won't do. I have something better. She holds out a bracelet woven from glowing rope and scented with turquoise beads. Take it. This bracelet will bestow upon you all the power of my river. Briefly, of course. But I trust that you will use it well. I will, thank you. And plus it's pretty too. I ain't gonna always wanna use the bracelet. I just wanna be able to like, my friend gave me this. She blushes and smiles at you. And since that's still not nearly enough to thank you, I also like to offer you a kiss. For luck. A kiss? Oh. You've already done enough, but okay. She leans close to you. You can smell the soft green algae and the crispness of the water in her hair as she draws closer, skin shimmering in the lake light. You aren't sure who's supposed to move first. You stand like that for what feels like an eternity as the water itself laps around you, pushing you together. Finally, she presses a gentle kiss to your lips. It feels like a cool breeze right before a rainstorm, and you smile as she leans back. Thank you again. My pleasure. With a flip of her tail, the mermaid slips beneath the water, leaving you and Immatura to trek back through the woods. Well, did you have fun? Are you kidding? Mal was right. That was the most fun I had in ages. I don't think I've seen you smile this much since we found you. I suppose I didn't have much to smile about. That's not the case now that you're back. She claps you on the shoulder with a grin. We always come together in the end. Surely you know that by now. That I do. Truly, Erica. She steps closer and lifts a gentle hand to your cheek, brushing away a streak of mud. There's no one else I'd rather be with, no matter what we're doing. Saving the world, or just existing. And as much as I love wrestling dumb monsters, I like the existing with you even more. That's true. Then let's get back to that as soon as possible. Returning to the rest of the party, you take a final moment to check your belongings. I suppose there's nothing else holding us back. Then it's time to start swimming. Wait, gather around me in a circle. Everyone obeys. Nia holds out a hand, murmuring softly as she touches each of you, light trailing from her fingertips. You feel a tingle and then... There. Was that? In my head? An adept use of magic, Nia. You linked us mentally? I thought it would be best. If anything goes wrong, we could still communicate, even underwater. Please tell me you can't read my mind. Oh no, you have to intentionally reach out with your thoughts. Take the elements. You all step into the water and with one last look around, dive into the lake. The water is bright, but full of gently waving underwater floor. Nia darts to and fro, eyes wide as she takes in each new sight. There's so much magic here, it's otherworldly. Perhaps this is what the scholars meant when they said the world used to be overflowing with light. It's not half bad. For a pond. You swim deeper and deeper, finally making your way to the bottom of the lake. You can sense the rift like a hum against your skin, but when you try to open a portal, anytime now, Erica. I'm trying. I should relax and let it come. Lungs straining, you close your eyes tight and remember what the Watcher told you. Want and need. I need to get to the Shadow Realm. You stop fighting and concentrate on the gentle hum of the rift. Its vibration seems to grow louder and louder until you're trembling with it. There it goes. Suddenly, the feeling snaps into place and the portal crackles open for larger than one you opened last time. You did. Ah! The water around you shifts as it sucks through the portal, dragging all of you along with it. On the other side, you find a sickly, mud-filled lake. It's the polar opposite of the beautiful crystal water you left behind. And you kick eagerly toward the surface. Let's get out of here! You swim upward as fast as you can, trusting your friends to follow. But something else is following too. A mangled hand reaches out of the mud and clamping around your ankle. Looking down, you lock eyes with a nightmare. What the hell is that? Chapter 5 was... See... I wonder if people... Now, I would like to know if people will rather want me to... Don't mind me reading out loud, or they just want me to just... Like... Just read it just silently and just say my commentary. Because I used to do that in my previous videos, so I just like to know more. Because I like doing the voice acting here and there. But I don't mind if y'all want to just hear me give commentary and that's it. So, thank y'all for watching Chapter 5. And take care and stay vigilant out there.